There's a lot of cameras.
Manti, what's up? How you feeling?
I'm kind of tired right now. We had a long day of just exams, medical exams. It's all part of the process.
I might as well get the question out of the way. I'm tired of answering all the questions about the incident and how you're going to handle it going forward.
Yeah, about the incident, I said all I needed to say about that. How I'm handling it going forward is doing what I'm doing right now. Focusing on the moment and focusing on football and the combine. Not everybody gets this opportunity to be here. I'm sure there's thousands and thousands of people who would like to be here in Indianapolis. So, just trying to enjoy the moment.
How much have you been asked about it by NFL teams?
Quite a few teams ask me about it. Some go to certain lengths. Some just ask me, hey, just give me a brief overview of how it was, and then they just get straight to business about football.
Manti, why didn't you play well in the national championship?
That's because I did. That's all on me. That's something that I played hard, and so did my team. But Alabama had a great game plan, and so did we. It's just they executed it better than we did.
Was the other situation a distraction to you leading up to that game?
No.
Manti, any teams not ask you about it?
No. They all asked me about it.
What are they asking you?
Just tell me the facts. Just they want to hear it from me, and just told them basically what happened.
Do you think it might hurt you?
That I don't know. That I don't know. No, I don't.
What would you say the facts are? You have to summarize what happened.
Pardon?
Your summary of what happened.
Just I was in. I care for somebody, and that's what I was taught to do. Ever since I was young, when somebody needs help, and you help them out, and unfortunately, I didn't end up the way I thought it would.
How many teams have came out? Why did you wait so long to speak publicly?
It was just a whirlwind of stuff. For me, 22-year-old and a 21-year-old at that time, just trying to get your thoughts right. Everybody's just kind of chaos for a little bit, so you let the chaos die down and wait till everybody's ready to listen.
Why did you ever attempt to go see a girl that you cared so much your story since you were so...
Pardon?
Do you understand why people might doubt your version of events because it took you so long to come out and
That I don't know. People doubting because I took a while to come out. I think, from our point of view, we wanted to let everything come out first and then have, my side come out. And so, the way that we did it, I felt worked best for me. And I'm just, very grateful for, those who helped me to get through that time because, I think it went over as smoothly as it could.
Why did you never go? Why did you never try talking to the NFL people that what happened might affect your draft stock?
Pardon?
Have you gotten any sense from the NFL people that what happened might affect your draft stock?
No, not really. They've told me that they've all just wanted to know they wanted to hear from me what the truth was, and they haven't really said anything about it affecting me. Some guys just we had just talked. I briefly described for 30 seconds, and the next 14 minutes was just all plays and just getting down to business. So that's how I prefer it to be.
Do you worry about how you'll be treated if whatever team drafts you, how you'll be treated in the locker room, and if you'll have trouble assuming a leadership role?
No. I think, I've learned to I learned the difference between the things I can control and the things I can't control. And hopefully, by doing the things I can control well, I'll have more favor in the other category. But, whatever team I go to, I'm just going to be me. I'm going to work hard. Just do my best to help the team win, and whatever happens, happens.
Why did you not try? Media fascination and this right here is this
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've been in front of a few cameras, but not as many as this. So.
What about when it came out and every network, every news channel?
Mm-hmm.
That was the main story. Were you surprised by the fascination across the country?
I was, it got overwhelming at times. I think the hardest part, and I've said, was just to see, not necessarily my first name, but it's my last name. Everybody here, you treasure your last name. That's what you hold dear. That's something that when you pass on, the only thing that stays with you, stays here is your last name. And so to see my last name everywhere, and to know that I represented my family and all my cousins and aunties and uncles.
To deal with this moving forward the next couple of years of your career?
Oh yeah, I mean for me, I hopefully, I'm just looking forward to getting ready, getting straight to football. I understand that people have questions, but I think I've answered everything I could, and for me, I'd really like to talk about football.
When some of the teams you missed all came out, had you planned to go to the Senior Bowl and had not? I mean, how?
No, I didn't get that far. I was still worrying about the national championship, and I didn't get that far into planning.
Who were some of the teams you met with?
I've met with the Texans and I met with the Packers.
Why did you not attempt to go see a girl that you cared so much?
I did. We made plans. It just obviously it didn't work out.
How many more teams do you expect to talk to, and do you know which ones it will be?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I will be meeting formally with 18 more teams. I don't know specifically who they are. I'll find out soon. But I know I'll be meeting with 18 total. 20 total, but 18 more.
As a football player, what are you telling teams that you feel like you bring to the table?
I think what I bring to the table is a lot of heart, a lot of energy, and somebody who works hard. Somebody who hates to lose. And I always said I hate losing more than I love to win, and the reason why I love to win is because I don't have to go through that feeling of losing. And it's those times where I lose that that feeling that will always stick with me. And so for the teams, I just told them you'll always get somebody who's humble, works hard, doesn't say much, and will do everything it takes to win. Pardon? I could have done some things different. Obviously, I just did a lot of things different to avoid all this stuff. But throughout my experience, my senior year, I wouldn't do anything different. Oh, definitely. Anybody to go through it's definitely embarrassing. You're walking through grocery stores and you kind of like give people double takes, see if they're staring at you. It's definitely embarrassing, and it's I guess it's part of the process. It's part of the journey. But you know what? It's only gonna make me stronger, and it definitely has. Oh, definitely. I definitely has gone. Obviously, I'm here. If I was still embarrassed, I wouldn't be standing in front of you.
I understand what NFL teams are trying to get at when they ask about the situation.
Yeah, they want to know somebody. They want to be able to trust their player, and you don't want to invest in somebody who you can't trust. And so, with everybody here, they're just trying to get to know you, and they're trying to get to know you as a person and as a football player. And I understand where they're coming from.
In some ways, does that make you feel like you have a hurdle in the honesty situation, in the honesty department?
It could be a hurdle, but it could also be a great opportunity to show who you really are. And that's the way I have approached it, and it's been a great growing experience for me. Oh, definitely. With every team I go to, but definitely the Ravens. Ray Lewis. I've grown up watching Ray Lewis. Just watching his intensity, his passion for the game, his love for the game, his work ethic. Everything in a linebacker that you want to be is in Ray Lewis, from leadership qualities, all that. And he'll be definitely missed in Baltimore, and in the NFL as a whole. But if I get to go to Baltimore, there'll definitely be some big shoes to fill, but an opportunity that I'd be honored to have. I think for me, I've learned first to be just to be honest, in anything you do, and everything, from the big things to the small things. Secondly, to keep your circle very small, and to to really understand who's really in your corner and who's not. I think, going off of the season that my team and I had, there was a lot of people in our corner. And then when January 16th happened, there's a lot of people in the other corner. And so I just learned to appreciate the people that I have that are with me, and to just make sure that you always try to turn a negative thing into a positive.
What's been the toughest moment since all this came out?
I think the toughest moment, to be honest with you, was a phone call that I got from my sister, where she told me that they had to sneak my own family in their home because there were people parked out in the yard and stuff like that, and that had to be the hardest part. And for me, something that I've always had a problem with is when I can't do something about it, when I can't help. So to know that my family was in this situation because of the actions that I committed was definitely the hardest part for me.
As a player, what kind of challenges do you anticipate at the next level?
As a player, just obviously the game just gets even more faster. It gets a lot more complex. But I think what I have to do as a player is I have to remember why I'm playing this game. It's still the same game I played, when I was a little kid. I'm on the streets. Same thing. Football's still the same shape. Obviously, the people are going to be professionals. This is where the best play. But as long as I don't stray too far from from who I am and what I believe in, I think the journey will be worth it.
A lot of other players like that, they've been arrested, and on their resume. How much does that sort of bother you that you're under so much scrutiny of you guys, your character, other guys have been in jail?
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and I think the best thing one of the positive things about what I went through is I've learned to empathize with those who are going through the same thing. Those who are going through some hard times or getting attention that they don't necessarily want, and it just taught me, and from going through that, to always just give somebody a benefit of the doubt. Just say, you never know. You never know what's going on with the person. That's something I don't think I can comment on.
Did you consider taking any kind of legal action against Renaya?
No, I think that's the worst thing you could do. Both families are going through chaos. There's not only people camped out my house. There's people camped out at his house. And so I think I went through what I went through, and he went through his own share of stuff. So. I think that's the worst thing for me to do, is to do that, and to always try and forgive. If you forgive, you'll get majority of the blessings. So I've always tried to forgive, and it's definitely benefited me.
Are you dating anybody in real life?
No, not right now.
When your sister did
Last question.
When your sister did call you a question that all of you asked, what was your emotion that she was telling you that you're
It's just why, just why. It should never get that way. I think as people we have to realize that, we're all people. Somebody is somebody's son, somebody is somebody's daughter. You know what I mean? And I try to picture it that way. And would you want somebody doing that to your son? Would you want somebody doing that to your daughter? And if not, then why do it? And so through this whole experience, I've learned that. And since I've experienced it, the things I see, the things I do, I try to always think that's somebody's son, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's mom, dad, and try to, whatever I do, try to base what I do off of that.
Thanks, Manti.
And so, in closing, just like to thank everybody for being here. It's been it's hard but tremendous ride for me and my family and the University of Notre Dame. I'd like to thank my parents, my family, my friends, the University of Notre Dame, and everybody who supports me. I couldn't do it without all of you, and just hopefully after this, I answer the things I need to answer, and we can move on with football. So thank you, everybody.